Hi, and welcome back. We've got our instrument completely disassembled, which is very interesting to look at. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and possibly even flip it around so that you can see basically what we have going on here. Every part of the trumpet has been taken apart, leaving basically the valve assembly and the bell and the slides. So that is pretty essential when working on our instrument. In the previous post, I had stated you want to this up. You want to basically take the remaining instrument assembly and soak it in some type of a storage bin with some warm soapy water. That's fantastic. If you have access to a work sink like I do, you can use that as well. If the instrument fits inside it, you can use a drain plug, or you can simply just take the instrument, place the bell underneath the faucet, or just use the faucet and kind of soak it out that way. But really the best way to go about taking care of the body of your instrument is by soaking it into a storage bin with warm soapy water and then snaking it out. And so here's my trusty snake. You can get one of these at pretty much any music store or wherever your favorite place is to shop. Some places like Lowe's or Home Depot will probably have these as well in the plumbing section, because after all, that's what we do. We play on plumbing. So, a worthwhile investment. Also, another worthwhile investment would be a mouthpiece brush, and they come in lots of different sizes and varieties, depending upon, just kind of bring this up here, depending upon the type of mouthpiece you have, although I don't know why you would use this one, that's all swirly. But anyway, so pick the brush that's best for you. You can check out my store on the MitchGableBrass.com website, and I've got a couple of brushes on there as well. You'll see some other brushes like this one, and this is commonly used to clean out the inside of the valve casing, and so that would go in that component here, or you could also snake it out from the bottom. I would not use these in the slides, and some people don't even like using these inside the valve casings because of the abrasiveness of the bristles. And so you can get softer bristles or more harsh bristles, or this is actually a soft bristle, so it's not going to do any damage to the inside of your valve casing. So that's a good thing to have. Basically, once the instrument is disassembled, you can start snaking out the body, like I said. And while that's even soaking, just let it soak and sit into your storage bin for about 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. As long as it's warm water and not hot water, you're fine. Do not use hot water, especially if you have a finish on your instrument. This happens to be raw brass, so we're all set with that. But even then, I wouldn't use hot water because it can do some damage to your instrument, especially for those of you that are playing on lacquered or silver or gold plated instruments. Hot water will strip the lacquer, and basically the lacquer is a thin, clear coat on your instrument, protecting it from tarnish. So again, highly recommend just warm water to the touch, and a little bit of your favorite non-abrasive dish soap will do just fine. So while that's soaking, what I do is take some paper towel, fold it a couple of times, or grab 2 pieces of paper towel. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. And we're going to clean the slides, and I want to show you kind of a before We're just going to clean the whatever you would call this, the non-shiny portion. This has not been treated. This is raw brass. There's no lacquer on here. It's not plated. And so we're going to basically clean this up. And you can see some discoloration, especially towards the ends. This isn't in terrible shape. It's my own personal instrument. So I'd like to think I do take actually good care of it. And we're going to place some of this product, which again is a non-abrasive cleaner specifically for brass. And we're going to put just a dab or two. Going to show you how much we're going to use. That is plenty, really. Don't have to use a whole heck of a lot. And so all we're going to do is we're going to take our the non-treated or the raw brass portion of the slide, work it in, a little elbow grease. I feel like this is the infomercial portion of the blog post, and voila. You can instantly see huge difference. And I basically, what did I do that for? Less than 30 seconds. And you can still see some discoloration right there. So if I really want to be a perfectionist, I will scrub a little bit more. And it did pretty well. So you're going to do that for pretty much every non-treated or raw brass portion of your instrument. And then once that is clean, you basically want to take another clean rag or a clean paper towel, and then there is a little bit of I don't know if you can see some residue on there, so I'm just going to take a clean paper towel and just wipe that off. Get rid of any other dirt that might be lingering, and now it's really super clean. And that's what it should look like at all times. This is the way it came to you when it left the factory, and you were so excited to have that brand new trumpet, right? Well, now you got to have a brand new trumpet every day of your life, simply by taking care of this stuff. And how often should you clean your instrument? Well, that depends on how often are you having a bag of Doritos and a bottle of Mountain Dew and playing it into your horn. Don't advise you to do that. Really just depends on how much you are taking care of your instrument, and you're taking care of your hygiene as well. I brush my teeth pretty much before I play, and try and get rid of as much residue inside my mouth, because I know we're going to blow that stuff into our instrument at some point. So I would say on average once a year, possibly more. Some people are a little bit more adamant about that, and some people are a little bit more lazy about that. Either way, a clean instrument is really the way to go. Before I say goodbye and go on to the next component, the brass cleaner that I used, and here's the thing. Check out all that dirt that we took off that one slide. You might think this is something to throw away. Don't throw it away. You can actually still use this on the other portion of the slide. That would work just fine. For the valves, I'm a little bit more particular. And again, I'm looking for any kind of discoloration in the valve. And we're just going to clean this, what I like to call the Swiss cheese portion of the valve, all the holes in there. And by all means, snake out the middle component, and you can see there's a little bit of just build up and valve oil gunk and stuff to that effect. Rinse it off under your sink or in your soapy mixture in your storage bin, and snake it out, dry it off, and then take some Brasso on your paper towel and start scrubbing. And about 30 seconds, wipe it off with a clean rag, maybe even rinse that off as well, and you're looking at a brand new spanking clean valve, and that's what you want. And then put a good product on there, and that sucker is going to last a long time. So that pretty much wraps up this component of instrument maintenance. Again, my name is Mitch. Thank you for checking out this segment, and I hope you learned something. Thanks so much.